Okay, here we're being asked to find the approximate lateral area of a square pyramid. And we know that because it has a square base. What I'm going to have you start out with is drawing a square pyramid, because you should be able to draw a three-dimensional square pyramid. It's going to help you a lot to keep things straight. So draw this with me. Start by drawing a rhombus at a pretty decent angle, okay? So the idea here is that you get the base of your pyramid. So what you've just drawn is the base of your pyramid. Now draw a little point here right in the center. So basically what you've done is you've drawn on the floor of the pyramid. Now straight up here, pretty much, yeah, just take it straight up, and then draw a dotted line, and that represents your altitude. Okay, so this is at a right angle to the floor of the pyramid. Now what you need to do is draw the sides of the pyramid. Okay, so and all these points go straight up to the top. Okay, so there we go, and this is going to go right here. Ooh, it's a little harder to see because do you see how this side here is kind of running into this? So this is kind of, this other side is kind of hidden back there, okay? But hopefully that you can see that well enough to figure out what's going on. I should have drawn my rhombus at a little bit different angle, but that's okay, you get the drift. All right, we know the height of the pyramid is about 147 meters. Okay, so that's this right here, okay? 147 meters. All right, we know the sides of each of these is 231. 231, 231, so each of them is 231, okay? So what we're asked to do is find the lateral area. And if you check in your book, you'll see that the formula for the lateral area of a pyramid is 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height, okay? This is where it gets tricky. They have not given us the slant height. And that is really unfortunate because that's one of the harder pieces to find. I don't think you'll have any trouble with the perimeter. That's 231 times 4, okay? But the slant height. Well, the slant height is the distance from the vertex, so the very top of the pyramid, to the center of one of the sides. So I'm just going to draw that, okay? So that, whoops, you went a little crazy on me there. All right, let's just draw this. Okay, that is the slant height, and it forms a right angle to the pyramid. Okay, I could also draw a slant height here from this point down to here. Okay, I think it's a little easier to see it if I draw it on the side of the pyramid instead of on the front of the pyramid, but either way, it's the same idea. Now I'm going to draw a line out from here to here. Do you see that right angle? It's kind of like a slice right into the pyramid. Okay, so if we know this leg, that red dotted line, that's 147 units, do we know the distance of the green line? Well, yeah, it's half of 231. It's 231 over 2, okay? 231 over 2. And that is what you can use to figure out the slant height, that yellow line, okay? So I'm going to set it up like this to find this yellow line. I'm going to say 147 squared. Okay, that's my first leg. My other leg is 115.5 squared. Okay, where did I get that? I got that from dividing the 231 over 2. All right, equals, and I'm going to call this L squared because that's my slant height. Okay, I'm going to call that L. That is not talking about the leg. Okay, so I'm just going to say maybe slant height so you can see where we're going with that. Okay, so now you have to solve for L. If you solve for L correctly without making any mistakes, you should get 186.95. All right, now we're finally ready to put that in here, 186.95, and then you can multiply it all out and you'll get the lateral surface area. Okay, do you see now why I said a sketch is so important? Because if you don't have a sketch, you're just going to be grabbing random numbers from everywhere and never getting anything really concrete settled in your